Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? How is everybody doing tonight? Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see what's going on. Movies for a nickel. Hello? Gojira fan. Awesome, bro. DJ Donnelly, what's up? Mr. Missing Real, how's it going, man? Jaden Grimes, thank you. Horror fan fanatic, what's up, man? Team Money. Turi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Alan Scott, what's going on? Talking about some Child's Play movies. What's everyone's favorite Child's Play film? Yours is part 2, DJ. That's what Jeremy says his favorite is part 2, too. For me, it's got to be the original. Gonna be 25 next Thursday. Well, that's cool, man. Happy early birthday. What's up, John? How you doing, buddy? What's everybody up to tonight? Screams of a Winter's Night for the third night in a row. I don't think I've ever heard of that movie, Terry. Let me look that one up. Screams of a Winter's Night. Let's see, what is that movie about? Ooh, this is an old school flick here. 79. Campers swap stories of lake monsters, wind demons, and other atrocities while vacationing at a wilderness cabin. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see here. Sounds interesting. Am I excited for the new Child's Play? I don't know if excited is the right word. I actually think if what I heard is going on in the movie is really what the movie is about, then it might actually be interesting, and it would be closer to what Don Mancini's original vision of the first movie was, before they just kind of made it a, killer doll movie. So, could be interesting. What's up, 20 System Nation? How's it going? Code Red just put out Screams of a Winter Night. Let's see. I wonder if I can play the trailer for you guys without being too much of a hassle. I don't think I'll get copyright striked if I play the trailer for you guys, but you never know. These days you never know. And if it's Code Red, I'll play it. You guys will be able to hear it, but you won't be able to see it.
In the shadow of evil, in the echo of sin, in the icy stare of moonlight.
Okay, for some reason that the audio is not working on that. Here we go.
I heard it last night. Mashed potatoes. I reckon when the moon.
Well, I wish we could just pack up and leave.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is the whole movie. I thought this was the trailer. This is the whole freaking movie on YouTube. Okay, so. All right. save that one for later. Let's see if I can just find the trailer. All right, Screams of a Winter Night. Ooh, here's the HD trailer.
In the shadow of evil, in the echo of sin, in the icy stare of moonlight, our ghostly tale begins. Screams of a Winter Night. How do you think these stories get started? Rated PG.
Okay. I may have to look into that one. Screams of a Winter Night. Like the title. It's pretty fun. Anthology type from 79. Good cold campfire setting. May have to look into that. The Chucky television series on Sci-Fi. Yeah, I know it's happening. I don't know really what it's going to be. You know, what kind of series it's going to be. I mean, I don't know. A Chucky television series sounds odd to me, but I don't know. Jaden, the movie, probably more so than the TV show. Hey, PlayStation 9, what's up, man? No, you've not missed anything. I've only been going for about 11 minutes. So. Malek, how's it going, man? I have tried Shudder, Joseph. I subscribed to Shudder for the first Joe Bob Briggs. Big live stream marathon. Now, I've not watched it all that much, but they've got a lot of stuff on it, and it's only like $5 a month. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong. Silly Star Lily Kid. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate that. Do I like Goosebumps TV show? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever watched it. I was more of an Are You Afraid of the Dark kind of guy growing up. Which I actually heard they're bringing back Are You Afraid of the Dark? Resurrection Reviews. Oh, my old buddy Steve. How are you, man? Hope you're doing well. Have you survived all this rain in Kentucky? It's biblical at this point, the amount of rain we've gotten. Yeah. There was a lot of issues with that very first live stream they did for Joe Bob Briggs. A lot of issues with that one. I'd signed up before doing that, but there were so many issues that night that I actually didn't get to watch any of it live. All right, PlayStation 9, have a good one, man. Your brother's streaming some Metro Exodus. Cool. Jan Man, what's up, buddy? Hey, Piz, I have a serious question for you. Do you think Brie Larson approves of your stream? No, she would not. She would hate this stream. She would hate it with every fiber of her being. I'm apparently what Brie Larson hates the most. I'm a white male. So, no, she would not watch this stream, and she certainly would not approve of it. Yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark, man? Good stuff back in the day. There were some cool episodes of that back in the day. The new Are You Afraid of the Dark's not going to, it's not going to stack up, but you know what? Skull 11, I've still not seen the the trailer or whatever, the TV spot for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I'll watch that here in a minute. I have heard that, John, that Shudder is starting to spend money on original content. That's the way all these streaming services are going. They're all wanting to get their own original content instead of, leasing out other people's. How would I feel if Kevin Bacon were cast as Freddy? If they made a new Nightmare movie, I think it'd be great. Joe Reese, what's up, man? How are you? Yeah, Steve, man, it was rough around where I live. Rough. I got caught on kind of not really a back road, but kind of a country road, and there was literally like a waterfall going down the side of a mountain and over a road, and it was deep too, because you couldn't see the lines or anything, and on the other side of the water were like 3 school buses just stopped, and they weren't going to be able to go anywhere for a while. So those kids, I felt sorry for those kids, because I turned around and I got the heck out of there, but I was thinking, man, I feel for those kids, because they're going to be stuck on that bus for a while, on those buses, I should say, for a while. So those kids probably didn't get home until late. Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? Just hanging out tonight. Thought I'd do a stream. I've not done a stream in a while, but yeah, things have been a bit hectic around here lately, so I've not been able to do a stream. I've not pulled the trigger on the new Fright Night release yet. I do have the Eureka release that came out last year, but I've not pulled the trigger on the new one. Yeah, I agree, Silly Star. Duel would be a great... Has Duel not gotten some kind of Blu-ray release up to this point? That's kind of sad, because, that's a really good movie, and you'd think that, since it was Spielberg's first film, that it would have gotten some kind of really good Blu-ray release. Let me cue up the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark trailer. Check that one out here in a minute. Well, let's see here. There's some kind of Dual Blu-ray out. Let's see. When did that come out? Doesn't look like a... Came out in 2015. Are there any extras on it? No extras. Man. The picture quality and audio quality are supposed to be good according to Blu-ray.com, but yeah, that movie deserves much better than just a bare bones release. Hey, King Elvis, what's up, man? Edgar Adam Poe, controversial, not commercial. How's it going? New subscriber. Thank you, man. Glad to have you aboard. Oh, thank you. Thank you, King Elvis. Duel has a German Blu-ray. Really, Duel has a special edition from Universal. The only Blu-ray that I saw for it, according to Blu-ray.com, was just a bare bones one. When was the last time I talked to Wes Vance? You've been diving into old Dead Pit lately. When was the last time I talked? It's been a while since I've talked to him, to be honest. And what's up, Cameron? Hope you're doing well tonight, man. Do I think Captain Marvel will be good or will be more of an activist movie? I think it. I don't know, man. I'm having like Ghostbusters 2016 flashbacks with that movie. So I mean, whether it's good or not, all of the critics will probably praise it out of fear of being called a misogynist, or you know what I mean. So I don't know if it underperforms in any way at the box office, it'll be chalked up to angry, toxic masculinity. So it won't have anything to do with whether the movie's good or bad, or if people really want a Captain Marvel movie, or people being turned off by the idiotic things Brie Larson says. It'll be because, you know, toxic masculinity. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Yeah, I've not talked to any of the Dead Pit guys in a long time. I mean, I know they're both, you know, they're both just living their lives. Wes is married, and Aaron, I don't know if Aaron's married or not, but I mean, you know, Aaron's got a kid. So, I mean, he's got a full-time, you know, career. So, I mean, just, you know, probably not a lot of time to do Dead Pit stuff anymore. And I mean, they've got such a, you know, such a legacy of Dead Pit shows that they've left us. So, I mean, and the pitties. The new Frat Knots on back order on every site. You've checked, Joe? Wow. Where should the Texas Chainsaw series go from now? I'm scared they will make an even worse one than the last. Oh, thanks, Dave. I'm doing fine. Doing fine. I don't know. I mean, maybe nowhere. I mean, honestly, just let that series lay. You know what I mean? And then I heard recently that, Blumhouse was going to try and do, they were going to try and get the rights to do, like, you know, Hellraiser movies and Scream movies. And I'm just thinking, like, man, you know, their brand names, you know, just having a new movie with that title on it will ensure that people, you know, a lot of people will go and see it. But, you know, I don't know. I can't get excited about new Scream movies or new Hellraiser movies or new Texas Chainsaw movies. You know, and there's no way they're going to do justice to a Hellraiser movie, because Hellraiser fundamentally is not accessible. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be, you know, a blockbuster movie. So I think that's part of the reason why there was no Hellraiser remake. You know, they tried to make an accessible, fan-friendly, audience-friendly Hellraiser movie, and that is just fundamentally, you know, that's the antithesis of what Hellraiser is. Bloom can't get Hellraiser. Oh, The Hitcher, for sure, Edgar. I love The Hitcher. The Stepfather's great too, but I mean, I love The Hitcher to death. Excuse me. Yeah, I did. I think I did hear something about Blumhouse wanting to make 10 more Halloweens. I think that might have just been a joke. What did I think about Halloween? I actually did a review of it and a re-review. I'd recommend you check out my re-review, King Elvis. 4K Cinema HD. Surprise, no 40th anniversary release for the 4K The Warriors. I've not seen The Warriors in forever. Bearded Slasher, what's up, man? Resurrection reviews. This might be too deep, but what do you think of the identity politics stuff infiltrating movies? From what do I think it stems? Is it a problem with the D Party or just a lunatic fringe in LA? God, man. That's a good question. I don't know if I'm in the right headspace to, man, I'd have to think on that one. I mean, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think a lot of it is the far left out in Hollywood. I think that the Democratic Party has really, I grew up a liberal person. I mean, I've always considered myself to be very liberal, but I mean, I see kind of how that party has, what direction they're going in these days, and how they play politics, and I just want to run from that. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the identity politics. I mean, put it this way. If Brie Larson had said, I don't want black women reviewing my movie, or I don't want to do interviews with Latino men on my press tour, there would be outrage from everyone. It would be enormous. Disney would throw Brie Larson in some sort of cell to keep her off the radar. But because, she said white men, nobody seems to bat an eyelash. So it's just a weird time. Bearded Slasher, you're going to Mad Monster this weekend. Cool, man. Jacob Carver, what's going on? Jan Man, not sure I've heard you say before, what is your favorite non-horror movie? Very good question. Couple of movies jump immediately to mind. Heat, Michael Mann's Heat. Love that movie to death. The Thin Red Line. Love that movie to death. Drive. Love that movie with all my heart. I mean, there's a lot of non-horror movies that I really love. Those are the ones that just rush immediately to mind. Movie Mac, what's up, man? Hey, Mark, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I love Donnie Darko, Edgar. Love Donnie Darko. Love that movie. Thank you, Steve. I've seen the original Walking Tall movies. Yeah, great movies. It's been a while since I've seen them, but yeah, I like them a lot too. Will I ever bring back Taco Tuesday? I've thought about it, of course. I've thought about it. That needs to be like a regular thing, Taco Tuesdays with me and Jeremy. Just sitting in the car, eating tacos, shooting the bull. I mean, good stuff, Oh, what do I think of Wacko? I love Wacko. I'm excited to get that Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. It's a fun movie. Definitely fun movie. Let's check out the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark trailer. All right, let's check it out here.
Based on the iconic book series. Scary Stories. This film is not yet rated. Based on the iconic book series.
Oh, this is the Super Bowl spots.
Scary Stories. This film is not yet rated. This summer, from Guillermo del Toro.
Whoa, they must have done like, good God. They must have done like 5 Super Bowl spots for this movie. I mean, that's like what? Freaking, good Lord. They've probably spent more on the Super Bowl spots for this movie than they actually spent on the movie.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This film is not yet rated. This summer, from Guillermo del Toro.
We're next. We're next.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This film is not yet rated.
Ah, cool. That wasn't necessarily the trailer, but that was the those were all the Super Bowl spots. But yeah, I mean, good God, they spent more on the Super Bowl spots than they did on the movie. You guys are having snow, rain, and ice over there in PA, Jacob? All we're getting here in Kentucky is rain, and lots and lots and lots of it. Oh, so they do have Fright Night, the new Fright Night over on Diabolic. That's cool. That's cool. Ah, okay. No wonder. CBS Films and the Super Bowl's on CBS. That makes sense. Thoughts on remakes, Mark? I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, I love The Vanishing is awesome. Love that movie to death. That's a really good movie. Now the not the American version. Let's see. What country was that made in? No, that's the wrong Vanishing. Ah, the Netherlands. Yes. Yeah, great flick, man. Great flick. I've not seen the American version, but or the American remake, I should say. And I really have no desire to. But that version is really good. How long do you think it will be before people are called bigots for questioning those who identify as a quarter cat or half non-binary giraffe? Right now. Right now, I think it's happening now. 6 inches of snow. My goodness, that's a lot of snow, man. Scott Jeffrey just subscribed. Thank you, Scott. Fright Night 2 needs a Blu-ray. I think this is the year we're going to get a Fright Night Blu-ray. I think this is the year, Movie Mac. I think this is the year. Ah, Jaden, that's very cool, man. On Fridays in computer class, when you don't have work, you like to Google Map movie locations. And last Friday, you were looking at Blairstown. I've been to Blairstown. Really, really nice little town. And it looks pretty much exactly the same now as when they shot Friday the 13th. But yeah, gorgeous little town. Check out Carrie Out Screaming from the 60s. I'll look into it. So, Piz, you don't talk about this a lot, but what are some of your favorite books? Oh, man. Let's see. I love American Psycho. Bret Easton Ellis. That's the book that kind of got me into being a reader. I loved the movie so much that I wanted to read the book. I heard the book was a lot more graphic. So I bought an old used paperback off of like half.com for a couple of bucks, and I read it and I loved it. And from there I read, everything Bret Easton Ellis and Hemingway, and let's see, some Fitzgerald stuff, and let's see, what are some of my favorite books? I love The Stranger by Albert Camus. That's a really good one. Lord of the Flies, that's a great book. I love that book. There's a really great book called, what is that book called? Let me look it up here. Oh, The Incident of the Dog in the Night. That's a really good book by Mark Haddon. It's told from it's like a detective novel told from the point of view of a boy with autism, and the chapters are out of order. So that was a really good read, really interesting read too. You're into Clive Barker books, right? Of course. I read The Hellbound Heart, and I think actually the last book I read was the Scarlet Gospels, which was Barker's melding of the detective from Lord of Illusions into the Hellraiser world, and it was pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty cool. Was really interesting because, like, I don't want to spoil too much about it, but like, Pinhead is going around and he's killing all these magicians, and he's like absorbing their magic so that he can take it to hell and impress Lucifer, and then kill Lucifer so that he can be the king of hell. And it's interesting because, like, Pinhead goes on this journey through hell to find Lucifer, because Lucifer's been, MIA for like centuries. Nobody knows where Lucifer is. And they find like this castle that Lucifer's built way out in, in the boonies of hell. And Lucifer has committed suicide. Lucifer has killed himself. And Pinhead is like, Pinhead's pissed. He's done all this to impress Lucifer and then to kill him, but he's already committed suicide. But of course, Lucifer wakes up and they have it out in hell, and it's pretty cool. they like Lucifer and Pinhead are fighting in hell, and it's a knockdown drag out fight, man. You were disappointed with the depiction of hell. It kind of depicted it as, it was, I don't know. It was an odd, I can't say I was disappointed by it. It was just a very odd depiction of hell. You know what I mean? But anyway, I loved the end of the book. Well, I'm going to spoil everything, so I won't talk about that. But I enjoyed the book. It wasn't, it had issues, but I enjoyed it overall. Saw Memento sometime in the early 20s and liked it. Yeah, I like Memento. You don't like Requiem for a Dream? That's all right. Yeah, I like it. What are your favorite holiday movies? The classics. Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, Silent Night, Bloody Night. Those would be my favorite horror holiday movies. My favorite non-holiday movie is A Christmas Story. Christian Hanna, what's up, man? I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm a little exhausted. I won't lie. I'm a little exhausted. Is this a music channel or a church service? It's a church. Well, I mean, it's a church service. What do you think, Cam? Now, please send me your tithings. PayPal them to me. About, $2,000. Contact me for PayPal information. Do I like any of the Shaw Brothers Kung Fu movies? Oh, I've got Five Deadly Venoms. I own that movie, but I've not seen it. I need to check it out. I've owned it for a while, and I've just never gotten around to watching it. Well, you're right. You're right, DJ. Critters 2 is a holiday movie because it takes place on Easter. Very good. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Vanderhoff. Favorite Friday the 13th final girl? Man, that's a good one. I'm going to go with Trish. I'm going to go with Trish from part 4. Because I love the moment in part 4 where Trish, like everybody's dead. Except for Trish and Tommy, of course. And, like Jason creeps up behind her in that doorway. And she turns around, she sees him there, and she's like, I'm going to give you something. You know what I mean? She's just like, it's me and you. And she's like, if I go down, I'm going to go down fighting. I love that moment. And I love when, like, he gets her down in the floor and she's just pounding on his mask. You know what I mean? Just kicking and screaming and beating on his mask. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. It's cool, Cam. My mic sounds really good. Well, good. I'm glad it does. Favorite comedy movie? What would be my favorite comedy movie? Oh, man. One of my all-time favorite, two of my all-time favorite television series are comedies. The Simpsons and The Office. Favorite comedy movie? Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the last comedy that I watched that was actually funny. Well, I mean, can we count Tucker and Dale versus Evil? I actually rewatched that the other night, and it was just as funny the second time around, and I was just rolling. When the guy like he's gonna attack Tucker, but like he flies over Tucker and into the wood chipper, and Tucker like grabs him and tries to pull him out, and Tucker's just being like, all that blood's being sprayed on him, and like he just pulls out his legs, and he's like, these kids are in some sort of suicide cult. That just kills me. That kills me. And when Tucker is being attacked by those bees and he's got a chainsaw and he runs around the house toward those kids like Leatherface and they all run from him thinking that he's, that kills me. Kills me. I just roll, man. Roll. Oh, the NECA lineup, man. Yes. The NECA lineup for their Ultimate figures coming out, man, looks really good. That part, that Roy figure, just a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. And all the weapons, my God. They're doing Roy justice. And the Halloween 2 figure, I love, my favorite Michael Myers look is the Halloween 2 look. So, I love the mask. I love like the dirty, bloody, outfit. That's my favorite Michael Myers is part 2. So, and that figure looked really cool too. So I'm excited for all those. Well, patent pending. Well, so yeah, patent pending, or some of them are pending, like the whatever the license holder's approval or whatever. They'll get those. That shouldn't be an issue. Who would win in a fight between Jason and Leatherface? I would have to go with Jason, because Jason, well, if it's zombie Jason would win, unless Leatherface just, sawed him in half and just sawed him into pieces. Because Leatherface is just a man. I'm not a big, I have seen The Woman in Black, Dino. I enjoyed it. Cam, you personally hate the new Star Wars because they went to Disney and everything is terrible and ultra censored. Well, you're not the only one who dislikes the new direction of the Star Wars movies. Not a big fan of animated films and TV shows. Resurrection Review, or Steve, not a big fan. Well, I mean, other than, The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons. I love South Park. But that's about it. And I agree with you there, Cam, yes. I did watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. I saw all 3 seasons. Very good. Paul Kersey. Love that name, by the way. Thank you. You're so glad that the Walking Dead fanatics are done with conventions. Do I ever see conventions changing how they do things? It's getting kind of stale. No. I don't know if there's another way to do things when it comes to conventions, as far as, how they're set up and how they operate and stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that, the Walking Dead thing is kind of, at least with conventions. Because, there for a while it was, Now they kind of do their own conventions, Walking Dead centric conventions, which is fine. Hey, Brandon, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Always had a soft spot for Valentine. Want to play Fortnite? No. The only game I'm looking forward to is Mortal Kombat 11. Chris Gonzalez, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. It's been a long time since I've seen Falling Down, Edgar. I recall liking it, though. Well, NECA's done Leatherface figures. They did an Ultimate Leatherface from the first movie. They did an Atari Leatherface figure. They've done they did a Part 3 clothed figure. So they've done some Leatherface figures. They did the big giant Leatherface figure, which is behind me. I'm not sure if you guys can see that behind me on my shelf. No, you can't really see it back there. But he's back there. Mark, your favorite comedy is the Blues Brothers. Nice. Yeah, There's Nothing Out There was a really good release. Lots of stuff on it. Randall Beatty, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Dead by Daylight. I played some Dead by Daylight. Guys, I'm going to run and grab some more water. I will be right back in a moment. All right, let's see. What did I miss? Rock Music Forever 90. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. JLCR Productions. What's up? How excited am I for the new Dawn release? Very excited. Yes, very cool. Very good to hear that. I believe it's Second Sight that's putting that one out. That and Martin. So they must have paid Richard Rubinstein a lot of money to get those rights, or to license those rights. And I believe both those releases will be region free too. So that's pretty cool. Who am I looking forward to meeting at Texas Frightmare weekend this year? That's such a huge show, man. That is such a big show. I don't, if I put it this way, if I met all the people that I wanted to meet there, I would be broke. But definitely Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell. So I think Ted Raimi's going to be there too. So that's cool. Those three for sure. They've got like a ton of Nightmare on Elm Street people. Let's see who else is there. PJ Souls and Nancy Loomis are going to be there now. Cool. I've never met either of them. So that's cool. Yeah, Nick Castle's going to be there too. I've got my Halloween poster. And, but I don't know if I want to take it down and take it, it's signed by Carpenter. And part of me is like, just leave it at that. Just leave it Carpenter. If Jamie Lee Curtis ever does another show, then have Jamie Lee Curtis sign it too. But I don't want to take it out and risk, something happening to it. But then I don't want to buy another poster, Halloween poster, for additional signatures. So, I don't know. But that's cool that they're all going to be there. I love how they've Jenna Jameson, and they're calling her a quote unquote worldwide media sensation. Really, a worldwide media sensation. Oh, Joe Bob. Joe Bob's going to be there. Yeah, definitely want to meet Joe Bob. And Tim Curry, of course, I mean, that's a big one too, but man, you know, gonna go broke. Of course, my buddy Eric Freeman is going to be there, so I need to get Eric to sign my my Eric Freeman, NECA figure. Oh, guys, check this out. I recently picked this up off of somebody was selling this in one of the groups I'm a part of on Facebook, and this thing is super rare. I think it was part of like a loot box or something, but it's the Silent Night, Deadly Night snow globe. And when I saw this, I was like, "Oh my God, I've got to have one of these. I got to have one of these." And I jumped on eBay, and there was 2 of them listed, and like the sellers wanted like ridiculous amounts of money for this thing. But yeah, I just love this thing. Yeah, very, very cool. But yeah, I want to get Eric to sign my NECA figure. I want to get Robert Brian Wilson to sign his NECA figure. And where are those at? I actually found this on eBay the other day. This is the Silent Night, Deadly Night big box VHS release. Saw somebody had this listed on eBay for a pretty reasonable price, and I pulled the trigger. So this is how I first saw Silent Night, Deadly Night back in the day. It was from the big box VHS release, just like this. So it was cool to find it on eBay at a pretty reasonable price. But yeah, let's see who else is going to be there. Meatloaf. Oh, goodness, Meatloaf. Lee Majors. Let's see. I wonder if they've put prices out yet. Ooh, God, Sam Raimi, $70 for an autograph. That's still, you know what? That's still cheaper than Robert Englund. Let's see, how much is his photo op going to be? $70. Professional photo ops only. Due to popularity, no photos will be allowed at his table. Of course not. Of course not. Jenna Jameson photo ops. The worldwide media sensation is $75. And there are so many people on here doing photo ops that should not be doing photo ops, man. Come on. $125 photo op, Robert Englund. $70 for Sam Raimi. So $70 photo, $70 autograph for Sam Raimi. $45 photo op for Ted Raimi. Let me see. Surely they've got, okay. Holy crap. The Evil Dead group. Bruce Campbell, Ted Raimi, Sam Raimi photo op, all together, $160. God. Go broke quick at these things, man. You can go broke quick at these things. Let's see, how much is a Bruce Campbell autograph? His photo op is only $50. Let's see, what's a Bruce Campbell autograph? $50. Okay. Yeah. That's the kind of con you go to and you just blow an ungodly amount of money. Will I do a vid at the convention? Of course. Am I a fan of My Bloody Valentine? Of course. Yes, I love My Bloody Valentine. I love the movie and I love the band. Oh my God, Jan, man, that's such a good question. I actually think about that often. If I had the chance, would you go back in time to my younger years and relive that time, or go back and change it? Oh man, I think about that. And I, maybe go back for a day, but not start over. You know what I mean? Like, go back for a day and, like, visit some old friends and just, a day, like for a day, go back to, senior in high school. But then, the next day I'm back. So I don't want to start over. There's a lot of things I'd like to relive, of course. There's certain things I would change, but no, I don't want to go back and start over again. JLCR Productions. You're from Ireland. What's up, man? That's very cool. Hey, Pizzo, do you think I should buy the Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake accessory kit? I bought it. Thought it was pretty cool. I guess it depends on how much the price is. I'm a huge fan of Let the Right One In, Chris. The movie, I've got the book, I've just not sat down and read it. I'm scrolling back up here to see what I've missed. I know Steve asked a question about guests for the show. See if I can find it. Brandon, you liked the mask conversion that Jimmy Falco did for me? He's actually doing another one for me. So I'll have that one, and I'll do an unboxing of that one when I get it. Who's one celeb you'd love to have on TSF? Oh, gosh. Probably a Carpenter. That's the one I would want to have on. Yes, My Bloody Valentine is a band. You should check them out. Very, very good music. Very kind of trippy and I mean, it's very difficult to describe, but you should check them out. Look up My Bloody Valentine and their album Loveless, and check them out. Good stuff. Charlie Band only asked for a blank check made out in his name. Can you trust a signed piece on eBay since you don't know if it's really signed or not? That's a good question. It depends. If you've got, some people will post like a picture of themselves, or like a picture of the celebrity signing it at their table and post that with stuff. But I mean, that still doesn't necessarily guarantee that that's their signature. So, I mean, you're risking, some things will come with certificates of authenticity, but I mean, then you're trusting a certificate, a piece of paper basically. So, I don't know. You can't trust it. No. No, you don't have to pay to film in the venue. They will kind of, if you're filming in certain areas, they'll try and stop you. Like if you're filming in an area where certain celebrities are who aren't doing regular photos, they'll try and stop you from filming in there. Alan Scott. Solar flares are going to destroy 99% of electronics on Earth. You have been picked to select 5 horror films that will be sealed in a vault for human posterity. Which 5 horror films do you pick? Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Friday the 13th, The Exorcist. I want to say Psycho. I really want to say Psycho. But I'm going to throw a curveball. The Burning. Oh, and Neil, what's up, man? You're not into autographs. Yes, when you're going to a convention, you're spending lots of money before you even walk through the door. So, I mean, travel, motel, tickets, you know, and a lot of stuff, you know, you have to purchase in advance or it sells out, like the photo op. If you want to do photo ops, like on the website right now, the Saturday photo op with Bruce Campbell is already sold out. So most of the time you're in, you know, hundreds of dollars before you've even stepped through the door of the event. No, we don't pay any celebrity guests to be on the Sausage Factory. Am I a fan of Cinemassacre, his films? I don't know if I've seen any of his films. I like his videos. I like the angry, you know, the Angry Video Game Nerd videos. What was the name of the song playing at the very beginning of my stream? It was from a band called 3 Chain Links. The song is called Die Historic. It's pretty good. I'm not a fan of photo ops either, Movie Mac. But I did bite the bullet and do photo ops at my last convention. But that was for Kiefer Sutherland and Jason Patrick. So I did it for them. Who has the strongest filmography, Cronenberg or Carpenter? For me, Carpenter. Cronenberg's gotten more critical acclaim, but Carpenter, you know, for me, it's Carpenter. No, I did not pre-order the Trick or Treat Studios Chucky. What does the pop say? Those are like, what, $500 or something like that? Maybe more? Nah. Well, yes, David Cronenberg was in Jason X, but now Carpenter has been in some horror flicks too. Well, wait a minute. He was in, you know, don't discredit his performance in Body Bags. You know, come on. Oh, that's cool, Aaron. Yeah, I met Tony Todd a few years ago at a convention. He was pretty cool. It was funny. I don't remember how the topic of Tom Savini came up, but Tom Savini was supposed to be at that show, and I asked him something about Tom Savini. Why is Tom Savini not here? And he was like, "Hold on, and I'll ask him." And he pulled out his phone and called Tom Savini on his phone. He was like, "Tom, It must have been like a bad reception because Safini kept going, hello? What? Hello? I could hear him on the other, hello? And Tony Todd was like, why the F aren't you here? And like Safini hung up. So I thought that was funny. For a minute there, Chris, I thought you said Jaws 4. You were going to put Jaws 4 in the time capsule for posterity, which I would put Jaws 4 in there too. If I had a sixth pick, it would be Jaws 4. Favorite horror franchise would have to be Friday the 13th. Biggest a-hole I've met at a con. Ooh, good question. I've met a couple. I really can't say, I can't say I've met anybody who's just been, well, I've met a few who were, I would call a-holes. But I've never really, I can't say I've had a really negative experience with any one person. But I was talking to my buddy Lauren the other day, who's going to a convention that Corey Feldman's going to be at. And I said, and he said, you know, he asked me if I'd had any run-ins with him or something. And I said, well, you know, it depends on how he's dressed. I met him twice. The first time I met him, he was dressed normally. Very nice, very personable, you know what I mean? Shook my hand, how are you, blah, 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 God bless you, you know, just normal guy. The next time I met him at a convention, he was in full-on Michael Jackson impersonator garb. And it was, you know what I mean, shake your hand with the glove on, not look at you, you know, what's your name, blah, 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 just, you know, just, yeah. So I told Lauren, I said, it depends on how he's dressed. You know what I mean? I don't think that's how I brought up Savini to him, but I mean, that's, for some reason I mentioned Savini and like, where's Savini? Why is he not here? And Tony Todd was like, well, let me call him and find out. I just thought that was hilarious. I agree, John. I really like Prince of Darkness. Who has the strongest filmography, Argento or Fulci? I'd have to go with Argento. There's a lot of Fulci movies I love, but Argento, that run of Argento from like The Bird with the Crystal Plumage all the way up to like Opera is just impeccable. I wasn't a big fan of Inferno, but I mean, Argento had a crazy run for a lot of years. Yeah, Carpenter had an amazing run too. From, I mean, even Assault on Precinct 13, you know, 13, Halloween, The Fog, The Thing, Escape from New York, Christine. You know, he had an awesome run, like right up to, you know, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. You know, I've heard that about Lou Ferrigno, Aaron. I've heard that he's not. I've heard that. I've never met him personally, but I've heard from several people that he is like that. Eric Freeman, what's up, man? Which actor at the con did you most enjoy having pizza? Let me think about that one. I'm sorry, Damon Michaels. Which actor at a con did I most enjoy having pizza with? That would be Eric Freeman. And if you guys don't know who Eric Freeman is probably one of the most subtle. You know, his acting is so just understated and subtle. He can convey so much without saying a word, really. Just, wow. So yeah, it would have to be, having pizza with Eric Freeman was a highlight of my life. That was a very, very cool moment. Maybe, hopefully at Texas Frightmare, I can have the honor of having pizza with him again, which would be cool. Some, what is it? Pineapple pizza. Some pineapple pizza. We were actually talking about Eric, earlier in the stream, going to be at Texas Frightmare weekend. So we were talking about that a little earlier. Out of my mind. Now you're out of your mind if you don't recognize Eric Freeman as the powerhouse that he is. I was actually showing this off a little bit earlier, Damon. I found this online. Silent Night, Deadly Night snow globe. Great stuff. Great stuff. Now, if only they could make a part 2 like this, but like with, Freeman pointing the gun and maybe instead of snow circling around him, it would be like pieces of garbage or something. I don't know. That would be awesome. Instead of a snow globe, it could be a garbage globe. That would be a true collector's item. Joe Caraluzzo, what's up? How are you doing, buddy? Matt, the new New York Ripper 3-disc? Maybe. Yeah, I might try and get my hands on that. I'm not a huge New York Ripper fan, but I think that'll be a solid release. The last 2 Blue Underground releases were really good. The new Maniac and the new Zombie releases were fantastic. I have the novelization for Halloween 2 too, Cole. I have the novelization for Halloween 3 also. But let me tell you about one of the nicest people I've ever met at a convention. That's Eric Freeman. If you guys ever get the opportunity to meet Eric Freeman at a convention, meet Eric Freeman. Also, Christina Stringer, thank you for subscribing. Also, if you guys are if anybody is from Texas or near the San Antonio, Texas area, you guys need to mark your calendars for, let me pull it up here, what the dates are. Mark your calendars for, where'd the picture go? Daggone it. Of course, I'm looking for it, and I'm like, where's it at? The Horrific Film Festival in San Antonio, Texas. You guys want to mark your calendars for the Horrific Film Festival in San Antonio, Texas in October. If you're a fan of the Psycho Cop movies, if you're a fan of The Office, come out and meet Bobby Ray Schaefer. the Psycho Cop himself, also Bob Vance from The Office. October 18th through the 20th, the San Antonio Horrific Film Fest. So you guys, if you're from the Texas area, the San Antonio, Texas area, mark your calendars. Wander This World 97. No, not really. Well, yeah, I mean, I've sat in on panel discussions and I, I've heard plenty of cringy questions from people. Never really heard anybody complaining about prices, but I mean, I've heard cringy questions. Plenty of those. I've met Roddy Piper and Linda Blair both, and they were both pretty nice. What I was told was with Linda Blair, if you engage her, if you engage her with anything to have to do with animals, or if you pull up a picture of your animal on your phone and show it to her, that's how you get off to a good start with Linda Blair. Otherwise, you may not have a positive encounter with her. So that's exactly what I did. I was like, oh, Linda, look at my little kitty. I was like, oh my God. So that was, that's how I had a positive experience with Linda Blair. And Roddy Piper was just, I mean, he's Roddy Piper. So he was just super cool. Conventions are fun. Do you get a lot of conventions over there in Ireland? JLCR. What's up, Josh O'Brien? Hope you're doing well, buddy. It's going good over here. Little tired. I've had the last couple of weeks have been really crazy. I don't know if you guys are aware or not. I posted about it on social media and stuff. My mother fell going down some stairs on Super Bowl Sunday, and she severely broke her right ankle. The bone did not come through, but it was very, very close. It looked bad. She was flown out to a nearby university hospital that night, and the next morning she had surgery. A couple of days later, she was complaining that her other ankle was hurting her. So they x-rayed it and found that she'd fractured a bone in her left ankle too, and had broken a toe on her left foot. So she had essentially broken both ankles and a toe. So she was in the hospital for just over a week. And then she was moved. She's now at a rehab center right now. But she's got, two of those big, astronaut-looking walking boots on both legs from about the knee down. And it's going to be a long road to recovery for her. So I've just been, taking care of Jeremy and taking care of, really, the hardest thing has been taking care of all of her animals. That Jeremy's a piece of cake. Taking care of all of her animals has been, the pain in the butt. Taking care of, her some of her financial stuff, and, that's not a big deal, but, it's just, just been exhausting past couple of weeks. That's why I've not really streamed very much, and my uploads have been kind of coming and going, because of that. But it was bad. Rock Music Forever. It was bad. She called me, and Super Bowl Sunday, she called me and was like, oh my God, I've fallen downstairs and I've broken my ankle. And she was like, it's hanging off the bone. And I was like, oh my God. I immediately just bolted out the door. And I was calling 911 on the way to her house, doing like 90. Luckily I was driving my Challenger, so I got home really quick. Luckily there were no, cops out, because I was doing like 90 the whole way. But yeah, so the ambulance actually beat me there, and they were about to break in the door, and I was like, no, I've got the key. It's all of her neighbors, of course, are out in the driveway. Like, I think one of her neighbors even said, you'll have to break down the door. Told them, break down the door. Like, no. So anyway, I got there just in time and let him in. And, she was on the landing with, her foot hanging off the bone pretty much. And, it was pretty nasty. Thanks, man. Thanks, Need Gore. Thanks, Paul. She's, she's very motivated to do the rehab and get strong and get the heck out of there. So, it's going to be a long road for her, but, she's motivated to, get back. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Yeah, the original Halloween novelization is pretty expensive. Now, I got Halloween 2 and 3, the novelizations, at a pretty good price. And they're both in really good shape, too. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, my schedule's just been really crazy the past couple of weeks, and that's why we've not had a Sausage Factory show. Past couple of weeks. It's because I've just had a crazy schedule going back and forth to the hospitals and doing this and that and stuff, so... you ever killed a man with your bare hands? I'm from Kentucky. That's a dumb question. Of course I have. Come on. Surprised I haven't killed more. Yes, I have played the Hitman games, Dave. I think Hitman 3 is the one I used to play a lot. I really enjoyed it. That was a really fun game to play. I really liked that game because you could play it multiple different ways. If you wanted to be all super stealthy and, play it the way the game wants you to play it, you can play it that way, and that's kind of fun. Or if you just want to massacre everybody, you can do it that way too, and that's also pretty fun. Let's see. Let's look at eBay here. Halloween novelization. Ooh, here's one that's in really bad shape for $14. There are people selling PDFs of them. Why would you buy a PDF of it? Ooh, here's the Halloween 4 Special limited edition novel. Ooh, autographed by the guy. Okay. It's actually not autographed by the author. $260. Wow, somebody wants $100 for the Halloween 3 novelization. Let's see, how bad is this one? Oh man, it's in bad shape. Well, let's see. Yep, it's in pretty bad shape. Cover's ripped off of it. Several of the pages are out of it. Ugh, man. There's the okay. Cool. There's a one of the pages in the picture. One of the pages is pictured on the eBay listing, and it's the page for the sequence. Is this really? Oh, never mind. I thought it was like the television. That's not. Never mind. I didn't say anything. I wonder if I should still pick this up, though. It's in bad shape, but it looks like, for the most part, it's together. I don't know. Am I a fan of the Twin Peaks series, Dino? I've actually not seen the third season. I did like the Twin Peaks series back in the day, but I've not seen any. It's been so long. I really hardly don't. I don't remember very much about any of it. Ariel J subscribed. Thank you. Chris, you've got Halloween and Halloween 2. Cool. Oh, you've got the novelizations for The Fog, Friday the 13th 3D, and Jason Leo's. That's very cool. I've never been to Arkansas. You're starting a horror convention in 2022. Would love to have you at the convention to be a part of it and do a panel. Okay, cool. All right, JLCR, have a good one, man. Have a good one. Take care. Which franchise do I prefer, Tremors or Jurassic Park? Give me Tremors. I'll take Tremors. Captain Halloween. Yeah, B-Movie Mike he's a busy man. He's just a busy man. The last episode you saw him on was the Halloween 2008. He must have really hated that to still be recouping from it. He's just a busy man, you know? He's a busy man. Jan Band, third time is the charm. Have you ever wanted some little pizzowls running around? You know, it's just something that I've never really thought about. I've just never really thought about it. Piz, I like Children of the Corn 2, 3, and 5 more than Part 1. Part 2 is pretty fun. Part 2 is fun. Part 3 I don't remember much about. Part 5 I don't remember much about. I think Part 6 is pretty good. I think Children of the Corn 6 is pretty good. Yeah, Glows. I actually did a review of the new Valentine Blu-ray recently. I really enjoyed it. Good release. Peter Bracke, talking about the Sausage Factory. Our old buddy Peter Bracke produced the extras on that and did an excellent job. All right, Aaron, have a good one, man. Take care. But yeah, the Valentine release from Scream Factory is definitely very good release. Lots of extras on there. Great commentary with, I mean, who would have thought Don Coscarelli would be on a Valentine commentary? That's worth the price of admission alone. You know. Jeez. I've not seen The Kingdom on Netflix. Oh, really? It's kind of like Game of Thrones. It's Korean and about zombies. Okay. Yeah. I'm sold. I'm sold. I have recently gotten into the new season of True Detective, and I've really been enjoying that. Can't wait to see how they wrap everything up in the final episode. Thoughts on Jason Blum? He seems like a really nice guy. I follow him on Twitter. He seems like a really nice guy. I think, I think his heart's in the right place. He wants to give the fans the kind of horror movies that we want. I have nothing negative to say about him. I mean, he is the preeminent horror producer now. So, I mean, and his track record is pretty good too. Yeah, I think he loves horror too, Paul. Definitely. I did not know that Kane Hodder had a son named Jace. That makes sense. Maybe I did, because I saw the Kane Hodder documentary. Maybe I just don't remember it. But hey, Verisimilitude, what's up, man? And thank you, Robin Jennings, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Hey, P.S. just wanted to show some support for your channel before I head off to sleep. Take care and have a good night. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Robin. I think horror is hard to make in Hollywood. Well, I think, part of the thing that I think works for Blum is that Blum is kind of his own thing. You know what I mean? He produces the movies himself. He's kind of got an independent kind of thing about him. And then, the studios distribute the movie. So the studios really don't have any creative say, I don't think, in his stuff. You know what I mean? So, have I seen The Super? Is that the one with Val Kilmer in it? Yeah, Sam Crow, yeah. I actually skipped season 2 of True Detective. I saw the first episode of season 2, and I was just kind of like, I don't know. But I didn't watch any others and any other episodes, and I didn't really miss it. But now season 3 has been so good. The performances from Stephen Dorff and the guy, his last name is Ali, just great performances, man. Yeah, it's cool to see Stephen Dorff finally getting a big role. Yeah, he's so good in it I mean, just fantastic performances in that show. Great stuff. That's a good comparison, David. Yes. Yeah, John. Ryan Turek. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I may go back and give season 2 a shot, and True Detective, and just kind of ride it out and see what happens. I do like Colin Farrell. I think he's a good actor. I think he's underrated as an actor. So I'll go back and I'll give it a shot. Turkish Prison? No, never been to Turkish Prison. You just watch Never Sleep Again, Crystal Lake Memories. Those New Line guys were really idiots. It's funny. Well, no Sausage Factory this week either. I don't know. If we when we do resume the Sausage Factory, it'll have to be a little bit later in the night. It'll have to start at least 8:30 now instead of 8. Yeah, that's true, John. That's kind of Blum's, because Blum had produced. There was a time where he had produced so many movies in such a short period of time that he ended up just like that. He'd had so many kind of shelved that he just started dumping them, like on direct to Netflix and stuff like that. It was weird. He had produced so many movies in such a short period of time that he couldn't, couldn't release them all. So he just started dumping them on Netflix and, streaming and here and there. And he's probably still got some of them just straight up shelved. You know what I mean? What do you feel is the most underrated or underappreciated horror movie out there? Oh, goodness. I really like Just Before Dawn. I don't think that one gets enough recognition. I really like Alice, Sweet Alice. I don't think that one gets very much recognition either. Jeez. I don't know. Those two jump to mind immediately. Which horror double feature would you prefer, The Burning and the Prowler or My Bloody Valentine and Madman? Oh, man, that's a tough one. Oh, gosh, that's a tough one, man. Oof. I guess I'd have to go with The Burning and the Prowler. I mean, I love My Bloody Valentine and Madman too, but I'd have to go with those two. Well, you guys know that they're making a Morbius movie right now, don't you? With Jared Leto as Morbius. It's apparently started filming. I've not seen Eve of Destruction. Yes, I do subscribe to Shudder, but I don't watch it very often. Yeah, I don't think you can blame Colin Farrell for the Fright Night remake. That was just a bad movie. That was just a bad idea. Tigerland, Colin Farrell's really good in Tigerland. Tigerland's a really good movie too, by the way. That's one very seldom hear anybody talking about. No, I've not seen Happy Death Day to You. I liked the first movie, but and I've got really no plans to check it out in the theater, and it kind of tanked. Did it open really weak? So I mean, it's probably not going to be in theaters very much. Yeah, it's great to see Joe Bob back in action. Yeah. Definitely looking forward to meeting him at Texas Frightmare Weekend. Ooh, that's another good one. Edgar Allan Poe. Prom Night and Bloody Birthday, or Terror Train and Happy Birthday to Me. I'd probably do Prom Night and Bloody Birthday. What's the last thing I saw in what is the last thing I saw in the theater? That's a good question. Gosh, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look at my reviews. What was the? I have to look at my video manager here and see what was the last movie I saw in theaters. Then I'm like, well, is it one that I reviewed? Goodness gracious. It's been a while since I've been to the movies, honestly. It's probably Halloween, to be honest. I'm thinking it was Halloween. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Halloween. So, I mean, it's been a while since I've even been to the theater. Yep, had to be Halloween. I don't know if there's anything that's been out since that I've just been like, I've got to see this in theater. Bloody Birthday's good. Bloody Birthday got a Arrow Blu-ray release not long ago. It's good. Should check it out. I've heard good things about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've not seen Parks and Recreation. Huh. What movies did you see in the last 2 weeks, Cole? All right, Steve, have a good one, man. Take care. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we're long overdue for a Morbius movie. Morbius was actually going to be. There was a deleted scene at the end of the original. The original ending of Blade was supposed to have Morbius in it. Like, there's a deleted scene where Blade and the woman that's with him, they climb onto the roof. And in the distance, standing on another rooftop, is a guy in like a long black coat, and that was supposed to be Morbius. And Blade 2 was supposed to be about Morbius, or, you know, Morbius was supposed to be the villain, but that never happened, of course. But, you know, I would have loved to have seen a Spider-Man movie with Morbius in it. But now we're just getting a Morbius movie with Jared Leto, and it will be PG-13. The Wandering Earth. Interesting. Yeah, The Prodigy. Yeah, I've really have no desire to want to see that. Yep, it's gonna be PG-13. That's a good question, Sam Crow. Ah, you saw Attila Battle Angel, or Alita Battle Angel. How was that, Cole? That movie's catching some heat because people are saying that they made Attila. Why do I keep calling her Attila? Alita, quote unquote, too sexy. Devil's Rejects sequel. I mean, it's the best movie he's done was Devil's Rejects. I don't think it'll get a theatrical release, but I don't know. It could be good. Let's see. New horror double feature: Blood Rage in Pieces or The Mutilator and Slugs. Dude, gotta be Blood Rage in Pieces though. I love The Mutilator and I love Slugs, but Blood Rage in Pieces, that's probably the perfect doubleheader. Ooh, last movie you saw in theater was The Slender Man. Oof. Sorry, man. That's what people are saying. People are up in arms about the Alita Battle Angel movie, saying that they made her too sexy. I've not seen The Beast Within in years, man. It's been a long time since I've seen Tron, Sam Crow. And I've not seen the Tron. I've seen bits and pieces of the Tron sequel on TV, but God, it's been years since I saw Tron. Years. Outrage culture. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, you didn't like Blood Rage Jan, man? Oh, God. I love that movie. Make a list of the best so bad it's good. That could be a good video, Fernando. I may have to think about that. Bad Boys with Sean Penn is underrated. Yep, that's a good movie. That's probably it, Chris. Make a list of best so bad's good. Oh man, that could be fun. That could be fun, Fernando. There's a lot of good, so bad they're good movies out there. Yeah, so bad they're good movies out there. Black Widow from '87. Don't know if I've seen that one. Let me see. If I see the poster art or the VHS cover, I may have seen it. Let's see. Black Widow. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. Oh, Barbecue Network. You love Rob Zombie's Halloween. Oh. Oh, I hope you're joking. I hope you're just trying to deeply, deeply offend me. Oh, man, another horror double feature. Blood Diner and Return of the Living Dead, or Chopping Mall and Chainsaw 2. Chopping Mall and Chainsaw 2. Samurai Cop, that's a good one. Samurai Cop is a good one. Don't forget Miami Connection. Don't forget Miami Connection. How come Cameron is not making his movie? I don't know. I didn't know Cameron wasn't making his movie. Samurai Cop is good stuff. I need to rewatch Samurai Cop. It's been a while since I've seen it. But Samurai Cop is great. Miami Connection is great. Pieces would be right up there too. I don't know. Pieces, I can't say. Pieces. What a glorious movie. What a glorious movie. Of course, Troll 2. Although, Troll 2 is kind of like... It's just like the obvious choice. It's the trendy choice. You know what I mean? Child's Play, bomb or hit? I don't... it's a good question. I think it'll probably, I don't know, I think it'll do well. I don't know if it'll put up Halloween 2018 numbers, but I think it'll do well unless it's really bad and word of mouth spreads and it keeps people away. I've not seen the Vanishing from '93. We were actually talking about the original Vanishing earlier in the stream. I really loved that movie. I've not seen the American remake. I've not heard very good things about it, but really enjoyed the first movie. The kid in the Child's Play trailer looks too old to want a doll. I don't know. I didn't really think about that. Randall. Yeah, I agree. That, I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that. Like, either the sleeve would have that old school VHS, you know what I mean, with Clint Howard and the ice cream cone. Kind of surprised they didn't do that. But that's still a really good release from Vinegar Syndrome for Valentine's Ice Cream Man. Lauren, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. You guys should go over and check out Visited by Voices 1, his YouTube channel. He uploaded a video examining the enduring legacy or the enduring love of slasher movies. And a really cool video. You guys should go check it out. Actually, let me see. I'll post a link to it here in the chat. Episode 1, The Intimate Tears of Masks and Blades. Go check that video out. Really, really cool video. There's the link. He's got a brand new channel, Cole. Cole, you've got an established YouTube channel, okay? He's brand new, okay? Give him some love. Ooh, would I like to see an R-rated Darth Vader movie? Absolutely. Can you read the screenplay that I wrote? And how did that movie? I don't have it anymore. That was a long, long time ago. The movie's okay. It's called Rot. Rot, R-O-T, Reunion of Terror is what they changed the name to. My title was just Reunion. But they basically kept just the basic premise and changed everything else. But yeah, gosh, that was a long, long time ago, man. Well, go check out Jet Silver Avenger, Cole's channel too. Also check out the Jesus, what's it called? The movie discussion Pocket Dimension, which is a show that he does with Jay the Stingray. I'll post a link to, hold on. This is the movie discussion Pocket Dimension. YouTube channel that that Cole does with Jay Stingray. Robert Suave, what's up, man? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mom is she's doing about as good as she can. She's motivated though, which is good. She's motivated to, you know, get back on her feet and get home and, you know, be as close to 100% as she was before she fell down the stairs. Ah, really, Lauren? Wow. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. I'll keep my eyes peeled for it. If it's more Roy socks, I will gladly accept them. If I ever have a suggestion for a movie you guys should do, let me see. What would be a good movie for you guys to discuss? I see you guys did Brick. I tuned into some of your Brick show the other day. Or, well, I mean, the other day. It was 3 months ago. But I tuned into your Brick show because you guys know I love Brick. And I tuned into some of your Dark City one, too. Because I love Dark City. But every time I see you guys are streaming, I think of, because you guys did a show about targets. I love that movie. And when I see that you guys are streaming, I think, oh man, I need to watch Targets. So, oh, the package arrived today. Okay, I'll have to check my check my P.O. box. I didn't check my P.O. box today. But yeah, Targets. I love Targets. And that's one that I need to revisit very soon. I have seen all John Carpenter's movies. Dino. Top 5. Ooh, gosh. I like Starman. Yeah, I like Starman. Oh yes, Brick, the movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. Love that movie. That would be one of my favorite. Somebody asked me earlier in the stream about my favorite non-horror movies. Brick would be up there for sure. Happiness would be an interesting one for you guys to talk about. That one's... Ooh, that's a weird movie. That's an uncomfortable movie. Top 5 Carpenter movies. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, that's a good question. I guess I would go with... Halloween, The Thing, They Live, Escape from New York, and or maybe I would go, number 4 would be Big Trouble in Little China, number 5 would be Escape from New York. What modern horror film is most reminiscent of the 80s? Hellfest had an 80s slasher vibe to it. And I'm sure Lauren, Visited by Voices, would agree with me there. It had an 80s slasher vibe to it. If you could have written and directed a buddy cop film back in the 70s or 80s, which two actors would you have cast to star alongside each other? I'd pick Christopher George and Tom Atkins. Ooh, man. That's a good one. I would pick Charles Bronson. I'd pick Charles Bronson and Tom Atkins. Can you imagine those two in a buddy cop movie together? I mean, it'd just be, God. It'd be too much testosterone. Too much testosterone. It'd be probably the greatest film ever made. Summer of '85 was good. I do like Brian De Palma. I like quite a few Brian De Palma films. Actually, a movie that I think is underrated, I would add to the underrated or underappreciated list, is De Palma's Body Double. Really like that movie. I've not seen Overlord yet, Alex. But I need to sit down and watch it for sure. I really wanted to see that in theaters, but it didn't stick around in theaters very long. Gary Coleman and Andre the Giant. Wow. That would be an interesting movie. Yeah, Summer of '84. That's right. Not '85. '84. Yep. Although there's a movie that's similar to Summer of '84 called oh, geez, what's that movie called? Clove Hitch, The Clove Hitch Killer. I actually prefer Clove Hitch to Summer of '84. If you've not seen The Clove Hitch Killer, you should. It's very good. It's very good. I've not seen A Star is Born. Richard Simmons and Dolph Lundgren. Wow, that's a good one. Eddie Murphy and Ernie Hudson. Yeah, Clove Hitch was really good. That was such a, really liked that movie. Body Double is possibly your favorite De Palma. It's very good. Yeah, The Fog, John Carpenter's done so many good movies. To narrow them to just 5 is difficult. But yeah, I thought about The Fog, throwing The Fog in there somewhere, but, I did hear that Chris Hemsworth is going to play Hulk Hogan in a biopic. That's crazy that there's going to be a Hulk Hogan biopic, number one. And that Chris Hemsworth is going to play him. That's, whatever. It doesn't work for me, brother. That's all I'll say. Oh, Buckaroo Banzai is a great movie. Oh, God, it's a fun movie. Yeah, Snake Eyes was not good. De Palma does need a Sausage Factory spotlight. That's good. That's very true. Verisimilitude. That may actually get Cole back on the show, because Cole's been boycotting the show for like this whole season. So. Favorite female buddy cop movie? Are there any buddy cop female? Are there any? Oh, thanks, Paul. It's very nice of you to say. Yeah, Terry in the Owls is cool. Cole got fired? No, Cole fired himself. He's on sabbatical. I don't buy that sabbatical. I don't buy it. You're on sabbatical. B-Movie Mike is on sabbatical. You know, everybody's on sabbatical. Michael Berryman and Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show. How about a Beetlejuice and Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf buddy cop movie? That, I would be there for that. And then throw Eric the Actor in there somewhere. God, I'd love that. So, or how about an Eric the Actor and Artie Lang buddy cop movie? There you go. There you go. Think Bloom will ever get a classic franchise like Friday? You know what? I was talking about this on social media the other day. What I had heard was that Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham had cut a deal, and that they were going to jointly sell the rights to Friday the 13th. And who they were going to sell it to, I heard two different things. One being Ryan Turek of Blumhouse, of course. The other I heard was that it was not a quote-unquote player. So, and they did, what happened was the appeal that Sean Cunningham filed to Victor Miller's win has been thrown out because of a technicality. Now, he can always refile it, or they can, you know what I mean, come to terms. Now, if, you know, say a Blumhouse, you know what I mean, came to them and said, look, we'll give you both, you know, X million dollars and, you know, points on profit and this and that, they're going to sign off. So that was what I heard. I heard it from reliable people. I do not divulge my sources, but I heard it from very reliable sources that it was happening and that the two were going to sell the rights. Now, who they were going to sell them to, again, I heard Ryan Turek, but then the other person I heard from said that they're it's quote unquote not a player. And I would consider Turek and Blumhouse to be a player. So I don't know. But I would assume they will go to Blumhouse. Blumhouse is the horror house now. You know what I mean? They made so much money with Halloween. You know, and they've got a lot of money at their disposal now because of Halloween. So they want to go get Nightmare. They want to go get, you know, do Friday if that becomes possible. You know, they're looking at Scream. They're looking at Hellraiser. You know, they've got more Halloween movies coming at us. So I don't know. But that was what I heard a few days ago, and I've not heard anything since. I don't know. I mean, that could have all been hearsay. It could have all been BS. I don't know. But we'll see. My source is LeBron. That's true. It's LeBron. I don't know how you just nailed it. Just out of nowhere, you nailed it. It's like, you know. Are you LeBron hoax? Is that you, Bron? I mean, Bron, is that you for real? You know, is that you? Because, I mean, it's weird. It's, you know. Call me later, Bron. We'll talk about it, all right?